with the real flow, signing out. ES News, Ande Emilio, NY. So you're willing to do anything it takes pretty much to get the big names and the big fights, right?
But nothing out of line. Nothing out of line.
But, of course, you gotta remain a gentleman.
I mean, this is like this is a profession. So, you know, you're trying to make it somehow, some way. So you gotta be willing to fight somebody that you know deep down it could possibly hurt you, and just say, I'll do it. You know, and we worry about the injuries when we're in the hospital. But for the meantime, I'm gonna go in there with the same confidence as if I was fighting a 5th grader. You know, just go there and do it.
How do you motivate yourself to stay in shape even when you're like in the off season? You're looking like a solid 225, 230 right now.
No, it's crazy difficult. It's crazy difficult. The harder you train, then like you don't wanna run like you did for the fight. So you might take a week off, and in that week, every fantasy of food that you had throughout the time you were gonna fight, you're going at it. So then, and once I get to 240, I disgust me. I look. So that's when you go back to training. Not even hard, just trash, just trying to get back into something. And then I try to stay like at 10 pounds. That when they tell me come fight, then it motivates you. But naturally, it's hard to stay in really good shape.
What do you miss the most? What's the food that you're like, I need this. I can't wait till the fight is over so I can finally have that meal, that post weigh-in meal.
Man, if I tell you, I don't even know.
There's got to be some kind of, what is it like? You know, there's got to be something Dominican, right? It's got to be something.
Dominican, let's see.
What's like the food you miss?
I'm a kid. I just like junk food. I like cookies and ice cream and all that.
All right, so it's hard to give up all of that.
Really, for while I'm training, I'm eating very much what I would eat. Like my cultural food is pretty healthy.
Okay.
The plátano, stuff like that, has a lot of starch and stuff like that, so limited. But there's nothing that I really have to cut down on. Now when you talk about like beer and stuff,
so you can't crack that 40 ounce during training camp.
The stuff that you really gotta be like, but this is stuff. A lot of the food that I crave as I'm training is the same food that if I was to go ahead and eat it, I would be like, I shouldn't do this again. So the discipline almost works itself out.
I know last time we spoke, you talked about how you're training so you can keep up that pace, that Mike Tyson-like pace, so you can be an exciting fighter. How many rounds will this fight be, and how comfortable do you feel going the distance?
Well, this fight gonna be 6 rounds. I feel like my last fight. You didn't get to see my last fight.
I saw the Instagram clips.
But it was action-packed, and throughout, even in the 6th round, still dancing around them.
Still doing a lot of the movement.
So definitely. I always will say that I'm ready to do backflips at the end of the round, every round. But you in the back of your mind, you think, what if this is one that is really a grinder that you really? But I train more than the physical, even the mentality, to be exhausted, like about to vomit, and still be able to keep it together and breathe and be like, because that's really what it comes down to. A lot of times, just your mindset is one thing when you're in shape and you can do the things in your body feeling great, but once your body's gone, it's only your mind that can keep you focused and feeling like, okay, the round's gonna end, I'm gonna recover and do it again. Sometimes